and sometimes cry.
That one's recording. And this
Testing, testing. That's pretty good.
yeah. Last night I interviewed Dominic Pace.
Sorry. Who was
He
it?
plays Gecko, one of the bounty hunters. He's like if there's one shot he's
From
he's like
Mandalorian.
a background. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you mean then. I think.
Yeah, I have a picture. He was so nice.
Was it?
He's like, yeah, I just want to like as an actor make enough money to support my kids in college. He's out.
Okay, yep.
He was,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's so cool.
He didn't get to see the Baby Yoda puppet though.
He
Did
didn't?
you listen to it?
Not
no,
yet.
because they kept
I
it a
saw
secret.
it. Just as I was coming over, I saw it.
They kept it a secret from like pretty much everyone but like the stars. But like in the dialogue, Carl Weathers is like, give us the baby, and so he was like, maybe it's like Baby Ray, and like this is her backstory. That was his theory.
Fair enough, yeah.
But I mean, it could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, this one isn't.
I looked at spoilers.
I don't
A
look
little.
at spoilers.
I know.
So I don't
I
even
looked
want
a
to. I
little.
don't even want to tell you like what I think is going to happen because you're going to make a face. And
No,
I'm gonna
no,
know.
I won't. I want you to. I want us to. I want you to talk about it.
Alright, well,
I know what I thought before I read stuff. So,
We already started.
Alright.
So this one's not. Okay.
why don't you take it away
Yeah,
first and
so-
intro Geek Girl here.
Intro. Hi, I'm Zoe from Star Wars Geek Girl. I'm here with Kaden from Rebel Cause. We're
Hello.
at Penn Cinema to see Knives Out.
Knives Out, yes. Another Ryan Johnson movie.
Yeah. And Frozen 2 is out, and there's some other movie coming out today. Cats. Is
Cats,
coming
that's
out.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to see Cats, and it's going to be awesome. And
It's 9% Rotten Tomatoes rating. Like,
we can't trust Rotten Tomatoes. Let's say that.
My
but
thing is like, if a movie that I want to make fun of has a low Rotten Tomatoes rating, I'm totally going to use it. But if I like a movie, I'm like, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't matter.
yeah, exactly.
Rotten Tomatoes is good when it agrees with me.
Exactly. So, so this is the second time we've done this, but this is the last time we're doing it for a Skywalker Star Wars movie.
Yeah, well, for the foreseeable future, any
Yes.
Star Wars movie, because they haven't announced any yet.
Exactly. So, how are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
I'm like scared. Like, what if
Are
I
you?
don't like it? Like, I think I'm gonna like it, and I want to like it, but
Yeah.
like, what if I don't?
I don't think there's any way we won't like it.
Yeah.
There's things about every Star Wars movie that I'm like, meh, like
Yeah.
even the originals, We see those a little differently now because we've always had them and it's just always the way it's been. But like, I've always talked about it, like, if you would have seen the prequels first and then like Obi-Wan just kind of died like that, you would have been like, well, what is that about? You know what I mean? But like now so there's things that maybe we won't love, but I think I'm gonna love it.
I podcasted yesterday with Lizzy, and I said I think 95% of it I'm gonna like, but
Yeah.
I'm leaving 5% for safety.
So 95% of the time, we're both probably gonna be crying too, right?
Yeah, I think like just based on I don't read spoilers like you, but and I don't even watch all the trailers because sometimes
Really?
they give too much away. I feel
Towards the
like.
end, they do.
Like
yeah.
with Last Jedi, there was because Last Jedi I did watch all the trailers, and like by the time I got to the movie, I hadn't read spoilers, but I had a general sense of the flow of the story.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that at all with Force Awakens. With Force Awakens, I was like taking anything I could besides like leaks.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what was happening with the Force Awakens until I saw it.
They
But
did
with-
show a lot
Yeah.
with Last Jedi.
So I haven't looked at too much for this movie, but based on what I have seen, it looks like we're finally getting Rayfin and Poe together.
Yes.
Which is what I've wanted since The
The
Force
beginning,
Awakens.
yes.
Since even before The Force Awakens, when I read the Before the Awakening book.
Yep.
Like not that I think Last Jedi was bad, because I know that's like a criticism people have
Yeah.
for Last Jedi. Not that I think Last Jedi was bad for doing that, but I'm glad to finally have that
Yeah.
dynamic, and because they're all the main trio, they're all such great actors.
They are, and I'm very excited to see that. Did you watch any of the clips that they put out?
I watched the They Fly Now one, and that's it.
Okay. So there were two since then. I won't tell you what they are, but It looks.
To show you a meme of that
gotta show
scene
me a
that
meme.
Lizzy sent me. It's Mandalorian related. Which, by the way, how amazing is that show?
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
incredible.
perfect.
Like I wasn't sure about okay, so I was excited for the Mandalorian, but going into it, I was just like, I'm not like overly excited for this.
Yeah.
And like I didn't want to tell anybody that because everybody else was so excited, but I was like, I hope it's good.
I was like excited in like a live action Star Wars show run by
Yes.
Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. That sounds awesome. So
That
I was
was the-
excited, and I was already in love with Cara Dune because she's amazing.
Oh shit,
But
love her a lot.
But like I was excited in that way. But as far as like I didn't see myself getting too invested in the Mandalorian's character because in my head I was like, this is gonna be a show where he's like, oh, I'm the Mandalorian. I work alone. I'm all gruff. I don't have feelings. And then like he's not like that. Like it would have been so easy for them to just make him a jerk.
Yeah.
But he's so like he's honorable and he's nice. Like he's really polite to people.
They could have made him Boba Fett, basically.
Yeah.
But they didn't. And that's what I think is the most intriguing part about him is that he's a character that, like you said, does have all this honor, but at the same time, he betrayed the Bounty Hunters Guild because he thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And like, the coolest part of that whole thing is like you see all the rough and tumble Mandos and Vizsla, one of the Vizslas, starts beating him up.
It's spelled a little different.
Oh, it's not that Vizsla?
It's like it's either like it's just like the S or like just the Z or something. It's not like it's like
It's not Tarvis or Shea Vizsla, whatever.
It's spelled different, so I wonder if it's like a close connection, but not like I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, here's the meme that Lizzy sent me. Oh my god, it keeps disappearing. But it's from the They Fly Now scene.
They fly now. Yeah. Did she send that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But no, and also I feel like it would have been really easy for him to just be like perfect at the start, and that's sort of what I expected. But he gets
his ass kicked through the
like
whole
every
show.
episode.
Yeah, like.
I love like the first step, like in the beginning of the first episode, and you're like, wow, he's really cool, and then he just gets beat by blurgs, and then by Jawas in the next episode. Like it's every episode, and it's awesome.
I think that was the funniest thing was seeing him get beat up by the Jawas because I was like. He's this badass Mandalorian, and these little when he gets to the top and they shock him, I lost it.
Well, at first when he was like disintegrating the Jawas, like I'm very connected to Jawas, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So every time he disintegrated one,
yes, it is. You can touch it.
Can I pick it up?
Please.
but every time he disintegrated one, I was like, and my dad was just laughing hysterically,
Oh, it
but
was
I was
hilarious.
like offended.
But right there, yeah. It doesn't have the blade in it right now, but yeah. That is an Ultra Saber. They are made to be battle ready.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll pop the blade in after the movie then, so come peek out again. You'll see what the blade is. It's pretty
Does the
impressive.
light go through the blade somehow?
Yep, all the way through. They're probably you have to hold it in to turn it off. The button.
This one?
Yep,
This one.
that one. The black one.
That is funny.
Yeah, thank you.
What's this do? It's
That
underneath
is-
the battery?
Part of my clip that goes onto my belt. So, I'll show you.
Okay, that's
So
how you
this goes through my belt loop.
hook it up.
Yep, yeah. Sits right in there and it hangs.
Check it
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. They'll set you back a little bit, but they're fun.
Yeah, that's a neat thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mandalorian. Baby
Mandalorian.
Yoda is my whole life. I don't know what I'm
The
gonna do. Like when the show, like every Thursday, I go through like Baby Yoda withdrawal, and then Friday I'm
telling you.
good. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like even like next like Tuesday, I'm gonna be like, "Where's Baby Yoda?"
So, the funniest meme I saw was someone said I would use Baby Groot as firewood to keep Baby Yoda warm. That was the funniest thing I've seen.
Baby Groot has nothing on Baby Yoda.
Oh my God, no, not at all. Baby Yoda. Oh, okay, did you see the last episode yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. So, spoilers, I guess, if you're not watching The Mandalorian. But anyway, when he force chokes Kara, I was like, oh, this is so much more interesting now because he's doing all this light side stuff, but you realize that I guess he isn't it. How's it going, buddy? Good. You here to see Star Wars? Yeah. Are you excited?
Yes.
Good. Take one of our cards, man. Check us out. We do Star Wars events all over Lancaster. Hope you like the movie, buddy. But it was interesting because it was like an adolescent Force user, and
he's like a toddler. And
yeah,
like,
even though he's 50, which they need to figure out what that's about.
My
But
dad said maybe he's like 5, and I'm like, that's not what like the human equivalent. Like, that's not a 5-year-old. It's maybe he just like ages exponentially. That species. You know,
there's got to be something.
or maybe Yoda just like was like really hitting the drugs. You know.
Yoda's high the whole time. That's why he's
All
speaking
the
all
movies.
weird. I mean, I can vouch for that, especially in like Empire when he's.
When he just
all
goes
weird.
through Luke's lunch. And it's like,
That's like, I still laugh at that every time. He's just throwing Luke's stuff. Like, it's like, ah. And then you find it like.
I don't know, but when he
that's
was,
the Jedi
when he
Master.
force choked Cara, because he held his hand down, and I was like, oh, that's cute. He's gonna like push her hand down in the arm wrestle, and
That's
like
what I thought,
that,
too.
and then like
Yeah.
she starts choking. I was like, oh my
Oh
god.
my God, yeah. And you'd have to think that that's how like most adolescent Force users would probably be, whatever your emotions are.
Yeah, well, I have to wonder if like that species has some kind of connection to the Force, because like Ezra was 14 and he never really used it before until like he met Kaden.
Yeah.
You know, and so I wonder if it like maybe was there like something in the Force that it was weaker with all the Jedi gone, or like is Yoda's species like just more connected where they can use it at a younger age? Because like you see like all these Force users in like their teens and 20s like struggling to do things, and Baby Yoda just lifted
He's
a mud
doing
horn.
stuff.
Like,
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
And like he seems to be aware that he's doing it. Like you see like in Rebels, like Ezra goes like that when Zeb is about to get hurt by Callus, and he doesn't realize he's doing it.
Yeah.
Where Baby Yoda seems to be aware that he can
What
do
he's
this.
doing.
So I wonder like what's up with that? He's a baby.
One of the earliest things I ever heard was that his species were the Wills. Somehow. I don't know how they would play that in, but that would be interesting, I think. Like, because we've heard that, I mean, we don't really know what the Wills are at this point. In some legend stuff, they kind of expanded on it, but
touched
not.
on it a little bit in the Base and Chirrut book, but not
I
enough.
didn't read that one, actually.
It's sort of like they're just a religious order where they're like they want to be Jedi, but they're not Force sensitive really.
That's the Guardians of the Wills.
Yeah,
What's
but
it
like
called?
the Wills are like, I don't know.
Oh, the same thing, kind of?
It's like the Wills is like their order. I don't know. Maybe I didn't read that book close enough.
What I was under the impression of is that the Wills were like Force gods, kind of, or maybe they created the Force or have like control, something
Yeah,
weird,
I
but we don't know yet. But that
like,
would be interesting to find
There
out. But
does have to be something, because that species, we have seen in our current canon 3 members of that species, and they're all Force sensitive.
Yeah.
Yoda, Yaddle, and Baby Yoda.
well, I guess this is kind of spoilers for Mandalorian, but apparently there's going to be more. I've heard they've talked about it. I mean, did you see the thing where the guys?
That's his Kaminoan
Yeah.
symbol
So
thing.
like, we're gonna see probably more of them
I
somehow.
want there to be a Baby Yoda factory.
Factory.
You just walk in
just
and
pumping
see
out
Baby
Baby
Yoda everywhere.
I want it to look like what Hasbro looks like right now, just pumping out Baby Yoda.
You know, like the toy execs were like, they saw Baby Yoda and they're like, why didn't they tell us? Like,
That, and then it was, oh my God, we're gonna make so much money.
well, it's almost good they did it that way. Like, it would be nice. It would have been nice to like, as soon as Baby Yoda came out, to
Be able to
able to
buy
buy
something.
everything.
Yeah.
But like, they had time to see like what people reacted to the strongest. You know?
Yeah.
Like, we're getting that little tiny figure of him like sipping the soup, and
Yeah.
had to have been at least partially influenced by how much
Chucky
that like
Milk memes.
blew up. You know what I mean? Like, they were able to see like what parts of like what with Baby Yoda resonated.
Yeah.
And now they can use that, which is good,
exactly.
because sometimes like with the Force Awakens, like they were like, why didn't that character get an action figure or something?
Constable
I can't,
Zuvio?
Yeah. They made tons of Constable Zuvio, and then it's like, well, like, so are we gonna get like Rey with the lightsaber now? And they're like, yeah, you have to wait.
Yeah, exactly. And
So like, it's good to.
there was always stuff with the toys that I paid attention to, because after The Force Awakens, I realized they would do stuff like that. And that's why when I got my old Luke figure, during 8, I looked at his belt and I was like, he has a lightsaber clip. Like, there's a spot on his belt for him to hang the little lightsaber. I'm just like, oh, we're gonna see the green lightsaber. We're gonna see it. And I mean, we saw it, but he never used it in the movie, which is fine. That's one thing. I hope somehow that comes back around in the movie.
The green
Yeah.
lightsaber. Yeah.
I would really like to see that lightsaber again somehow.
It's so like, because like Steel Saunders always talks to like ignite the green, and like that's like an important moment like for him and for a lot of people. Like you see him ignite, and he's like forged his own identity now with his own lightsaber, and so I would like to see that come up somehow.
Yeah. Okay, so quick, because we have.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You got
I
like
have the
15 minutes
5
till it
o'clock
even
showing.
starts.
Well, 15 minutes till the credits start, or the
Yeah.
trailer start.
What is your prediction on what's going to happen?
Prediction, well, see, I don't know. It could go so many ways. I would like Kylo Ren dead.
Really?
I think he's gonna be dead.
I want him to live.
I
Like
hate
I've said that
Kylo
from the
Ren.
beginning. You hate him?
I hate him ever
I
since
love
Force Awakens. I just like I know people want a redemption. I feel no sympathy for Kylo Ren. Like
Okay.
even the Last Jedi, like he was telling a sob story. I'm like, yeah, you did kill Han Solo.
Exactly.
And
Let's
like,
go, man.
What's all this here? Just merchandise, pretty much.
Pretty much, man. Well, we're Rebel Cause. We're a Star Wars themed charity, and we're here podcasting today. So check us out, man. Feel free. Yeah, please feel free to take a card or one of our flyers.
It's kind of like Finn was kidnapped and enslaved as a child soldier. So I
Exactly.
have a hard time feeling bad for Kylo Ren because Finn is right there. That is one thing I would like to see, though. I would like to see Finn and Kylo and how they're sort of their duality. Like Kylo was raised by good parents and he turned evil, and Finn was kidnapped and child soldiered and he turned out good. So I'd like
yeah.
to see like that explored a little bit.
I hope there's some sort of moment between Kylo and Finn.
Yeah.
Because
well,
like that was a big thing that he was like the start of the well, I mean, First Order's not really, they're doing really good right now, but like that was the beginning of the downfall. Really, like people started defecting and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
and so I would like to see just Finn in general just sort of explored. I feel like
Come
there's so
into
much
his own, yeah.
potential. Yeah, and I feel like The Last Jedi focused so much more on his future, and that's important. And I want to focus more on his future here too. But I also want to know a little bit more about like where he comes from and how he undid that.
Focusing about Finn's backstory, about how he became a stormtrooper and all that.
Well,
Yep.
I don't know if they'll be doing in something like that.
It'd
well,
be cool.
like we know he got kidnapped, and
Yeah.
so I'm not as much into like the backstory, like how he became a stormtrooper. Like he got kidnapped as a child. That's kind of easy to me, but I
Yeah,
feel like
exactly.
more
Kind of
like
like a
learning.
brief showing.
Yeah,
when-
learning, like-
and like how they showed like Rey as well as have you ever seen The Mandalorian yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they showed little bits and pieces about the Mandalorian when he was a kid and how
Exactly.
and how he became who he was, but they haven't shown directly how he became a Mandalorian.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
general.
Exactly, yeah.
And I like how it's like cloaked in mystery and it slowly builds up. They already have chapter 7 open.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I look forward to seeing the rest of it and how it continues on.
Oh, me too, man. Me too. Absolutely.
So yeah.
But
The thing I'm kind of disappointed with how The Last Jedi turned out. Like the whole plot of it. Like, what was the point of finding this codebreaker guy anyway? It seemed pretty pointless, as well as just keep shooting at the rebel ship, even though their shields are going to deflect it away. But then it's all about like, oh, just keep chasing it down until they run out of fuel. Why can't you just send out your pilots to blow it up, just like how Kylo Ren went in and then blew up the bridge?
yeah, true. It's very true.
And also, they ruined Luke's character as well. Like in the original trilogy, he still held out hope about his father turning into the good side, even though he was evil. But then when he sees how Kylo Ren or Ben and how he has the darkness in, and then he starts getting all fearful, instead of having hope, like giving him hope, like you can turn away from it.
Well, we might see something else see more development for his character even in this movie.
Well, not to mention J.J. Abrams is directing it, and so they brought him back. So I can't believe they didn't keep him on for doing The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
Instead, they
true.
had to say, "Oh, let's swap up directors here midway." Hey, seriously, what are you thinking, Disney? What is your problem?
Oh, jeez. Well, I hope you enjoyed the movie, buddy. What time does it start for you?
It's supposed to be 6 o'clock, and it's already 4 or 10 now.
There you go.
So yeah, so far are my favorite movie this entire year for 2019 is easily Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's my top favorite movie this entire year as well. Then of course I also enjoyed How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World as well.
I didn't see that one, but I'll have to.
Oh, I really enjoyed the third one. It was a nice closing into the whole trilogy too.
That's awesome.
So you can check it out sometime.
Oh, for sure. We gotta get back to recording, but I'll talk to you later about it. Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Your predictions.
We're talking about Finn. I don't know if I have predictions as much as what I want to see. Because like you're saying, like I know everyone likes the Kylo Ren redemption. I just want to see him fully dive into the dark side.
Kylo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I do too.
Like, because I feel like that's where he was headed in The Last Jedi, to be like he struggled with good, and now he's just like...
He's a supreme leader now, man.
Yeah,
So, like, we need to
just
see him. He's
like,
always flirted with the dark side, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, at least what we've seen. Like, yeah, sure, he's, like, a jerk, and he killed Han. But, like, it's always been, like, is he gonna come back? Is he going to do it now? And then he does something, like, kind of crappy.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. I know what you
And
mean.
so, now that, like... I don't know, I really want him to just, like, fully... Because, like, in The Force Awakens, we see, like... him like throwing his fits, and in The Last Jedi too, and I want him to just fully be like, and like he's in charge now, there's no one to rein him in anymore. It's like, what's Hux gonna do? You
Exactly,
know?
yeah.
So like, I'm just, actually, biggest surprise for this movie is that Hux is still alive. Like, there's a whole year. Kylo should have killed him.
Kylo didn't kill him for a whole year.
You know, like that's...
He must have been really busy.
I know.
I thought that'd be like, he's like writing his list for stuff to do at the first order. He's like, well, I'm killing Hux before I even make the list. And then I'm going to kill Hux, I'm going to revive Hux and then kill him again.
Hux is like, well, you know, I've got this meeting like on this planet, but like I'll catch up with you later,
Yeah, we'll
Ren.
talk.
And then so it's like Hux is like taking all these meetings, and like beginning of the movie, Hux is like, hey, so I can finally, you know, hang out. Kylo's like, well.
What you didn't see is when Kylo was asleep or passed out, Hux put a tracker on him real quick, and he's just been avoiding him for a year.
And usually people put a tracker in Star Wars to follow, and Hux is like, I gotta stay as far away
Far away
as
as dude
possible.
like that. Well, Miss
Like,
Zoe,
yeah,
I will
gotta
see you on
go.
the other side
Yeah, the 5 o'clock
of
showing.
the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. So
May the
I'll
Force
see
be
you
with
on
you.
the other side.
How do I turn these off? Dad has his, so I'm gonna.